Cinderella looked wistfully at her stepmother and her stepsisters as they came back from their grand shopping expedition to get ready for the prince's ball. She sighed, and her stepsister turned on her. "Well, what is it you're fussing about now?" "Oh," said Cinderella, "well, it's nothing much, really. It's just that you all look so beautiful in your lovely dresses, and I just wish for once I could have a beautiful ball gown of my own." "Huh," said her stepsister. "A ball gown? What would you do with a ball gown? That's ridiculous. Besides, just think about it. Aren't dresses made out of flour sacks so much easier to wash and care for? Much better that way." And off the stepsister stomped to go do her hair for the ball. But as Cinderella was serving her stepsisters and her stepmother at the dinner table that evening, her shop-right stepmother spied the traces of tears on her cheeks, there in the charcoal dust. "Well, what's this?" said her stepmother. "Have you been fussing again?" "Oh," said Cinderella, "no, it's really not anything so much. It's just that I can't help but think of the three of you dancing at the ball tonight, and I so love the music and dancing, and I wish that just for once I could go dance." "Dancing? You don't be ridiculous. Why, you should be grateful that you just have two strong legs to walk on. Now, why don't you walk those legs on into the kitchen and get us some more dinner rolls?" And so she did, but the traces of tears were still there on her face as she bade goodbye to her stepmother and her stepsisters as they went off in the carriage to the ball. "Ah," says the stepsister, "what? Are you still fussing?" No, not at all," said Cinderella. "It's just that I can't help but wish that I could just for once see the palace all lit up at night, and the women in their beautiful dresses coming in, and the horses and the carriages, and the prince himself." "What?" said her stepsister. "You can just stop that right there. Why, you should just be grateful that you have this house to live in and a warm place by the fire. Now, why don't you go sit down?" And off they went. Well, Cinderella did sit down by the fire for a while. And as is really most often the case in life, no fairy godmother ever did appear. But she thought to herself, "I know I can't have a ball gown, and I know I can't dance, but at least I could go see the palace all lit up." And so she snuck off into the night and walked her way to where she could see the palace glowing with candles, all bedecked, filled with people in their most gorgeous attire. She peered in a window and watched as the graceful men and women swooped and swirled around the dance floor. Oh, it was so lovely. And as the clock chimed midnight, something happened inside her, and she began to see that the lovely women looked, well, worried, concerned. She realized they were all being judged for how they looked, all about their appearance. They were all wanting to be something other than what they were. They wanted to be a princess. They wanted something that was never going to happen. And all of a sudden, she did feel grateful. She felt grateful to not be in that stuffy room full of people pretending to be something other than what they were. And she realized, I do have things to be grateful for. I have skills. I know how to run a household. I'm a very good cook. And really, I'm amazingly good with animals. You know what? I could go get a job of my own. I could go get a home of my own. I could use my own skills, my own gifts, without having to be downtrodden and browbeaten all the time. And so Cinderella walked off into the night, grateful for her two strong legs.